Don't know if you heard the huge bang on the camera, but it was my son falling out of bed. Sorted. Hello. So today I went to Summer in the City. I think I've got like a wristband thing, like I'm a trendy person. Just to explain, in case people are new to this video because it's Summer in the City related and haven't watched any of my other stuff. A couple of years ago I invented a character called Paz, and the idea was that she would become a character in a web series. And she started off on Twitter and had a blog. About this time last year we filmed the first sort of first few episodes in the web series. So I cast an actor as Paz, and then she's been sort of in this web series that's presented as a vlog, which the majority of people watching think is a real thing, or maybe not, I'm not sure. I went to Summer in the City. I got a ticket because originally I had these grand plans where we were going to kind of do a whole sort of get the most out of Summer in the City as we could with a fake character. But that was the idea, and just because of scheduling and because of how much to make it work, how much I would have had to rework the script, I decided a few weeks ago, well actually last time we filmed, I decided not to do it. But I still had a ticket and I thought, well I may as well go because it's probably the last time I'm going to go, and also I've got this other project I'm working on which is kind of YouTube related, and maybe there'll be an opportunity to pitch that to some people as well. So I went and I tweeted as Paz. Not being very organised, my phone didn't have much battery, but I think that worked out for the best really, because it gave me an excuse to stop tweeting as Paz at a certain point, because it did get quite dangerous. Like at one point I was in a queue and I said, oh, I'm in a queue. Someone else, because obviously a lot of the people who follow Paz are the YouTubers, so someone else tweeted, oh, I'm in a queue, which queue are you in? And I hope they're not in the same queue as me, because they're going to look for... yeah, that could go weird. And then I met up with George Reese, who's been in the web series. He's very much in on the Paz thing. Yeah, so I met up with him. He was sort of running this kind of alternative open mic thing. Now, because at the time I went, there weren't many people there, so as Paz, I tweeted that this thing was going on, thinking that would help. What happened is, I don't know if I'll link to it, but we did a video, a sort of a Brighton YouTuber meetup video. So a fictional character played by an actor goes in and sits in a park in the real world and interacts with these people who think that she is who she says she is. In this video, which you can watch, George sort of does this cover of a McFly song. So he's playing that today. As he's playing it, randomly at that time, all the people from that video just sort of come around the corner. I didn't really know what to do, because part of me was thinking I should own up and tell these people what's going on, because I'm here, they're looking for, well, one of them certainly was looking for Paz because he'd seen the tweet, so like it was sort of weird. But I didn't want to sort of hijack George's thing, and I had to go because I was going to go to this sort of meet and greet, which is I think we'll get to later. So I just kind of made my excuses and went, and then I think that sort of in a lot of ways makes it worse because I just got to run away. But it's fine because we're working towards, at some point in September we're going to do, I've been trying to figure out a way to kind of come out, I suppose, or for Paz to come out, or me, I don't know, I'm confused. And this is part of the problem. But I need to find a way to kind of reveal it to the public at large. The plan is to do a kind of launch in some point in September where I try and get everyone, all the kind of contacts I've got, to go, right, help me share this. And then hopefully everyone will then know, because it will be out there in a bigger sense. There was something kind of fun about, it was almost like being a ghost, because I could say and could tweet, I am standing here doing this as Paz, and then know full well that people who were looking out for her could go to that place and they would just see me. It's sort of mean, I suppose, and it wasn't the intention of the project, but I do kind of also take a sort of reverse joy from doing that. That happened, and then the other thing I wanted to do was they do these sort of meet and greet things, because I need YouTubers to be involved with this other project that I'm working in. So I thought, well, if I sort of get someone in this meet and greet ballot that will help, then that's worth doing. They sort of grouped them all, a lot of them together, So I went to see Hazel Hayes, Daniel Layton, Hannah Witton and Sammy Paul. Now Hazel Hayes and Sammy Paul work on films, and Daniel Layton and Hannah Witton are both YouTubers, so I was like, well, this is kind of perfect because there's a producer, a director and two YouTubers there. This kind of makes sense. Except obviously what the meet and greet is there for is for like fans of those people to go and give them a hug and get a picture taken and do a funny dance and go home. Not to go and pitch films. I mean, it was a similar thing to the horror convention thing. You know, I'm sort of aware that what I'm doing is unconventional and not what you're supposed to be doing. So I queued for like 2 hours. I get to the front of the queue. The woman there was like shocked that I didn't want a photo, and then she was like, well, you've got 30 seconds. And this has happened to me before. A couple of years ago at the Screenwriters Festival in London, I did the kind of on-stage pitch thing, which is only a minute, and as I got to the front of the stage, or to the steps leading up to the stage, they said, oh no, we've got too many people, you've got to do it in 30 seconds. And that time, it worked. I won the pitching competition. But that was a pitching competition. This situation involved a bit more explaining. So I kind of went in and was like, I've not got much time, but this is what I'm doing. I'm doing this film, and here's my card, and bye. So I don't know if that sort of was useful or not, or worth queuing up for 2 hours. In a way, like the horror convention thing, the purpose of this is not that, like, I will talk to someone and they will say, yes, that sounds like a really good idea, I want to do your film, just on the strength of me talking to them. It's more a kind of a cumulative thing. So I follow up that with emails about the project, and at least then in the emails I can say, I'm that person you met with the hat and the stuff. He was about 20 years older than everyone else in the queue, which may also come to nothing, but like I sort of need like one element to start. Like at the moment I've just got this script and this idea and me, and those are the sort of factors. But if one of the sort of actors or YouTubers that I've spoken to attaches themselves to it, then that would be good. Or if it gets anywhere in the, I've entered 2 competitions so far, and I'm going to enter another one at the end of this month. So if it gets anywhere with those, then that would be a thing. Or if I pitched it to 3 producers so far, one of them has to read it, so it could go, like, it just needs one thing, and then you can go back through the list and go, right, you remember that thing I mentioned, well now I've got this, now would you like to read it? And that's my sort of long-term plan. It's just about kind of keeping the momentum up. Yes, thank you very much. Bye.